Hello from Southern Ontario. It's October 21st. I'm going to take the weekend off from poking down any rabbit holes, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to share with you my thoughts on a number of matters that have been rattling around in here between the lobes. The Coutts 4. I've seen in the comments on more than one occasion suggestive of I should be covering that. Well, at the inception, over 500 days ago, I did do a little bit, but I was focused on what was happening in Ottawa. Now, there are people ahead of me and better coverage on the Coutts 4, so I'm not going to get into it. Jason Levine, I think it's the Levine Show. He's a compatriot of the Patriot Smoothie. So if you want to see what's going on with the Coutts 4, again, there's better people way ahead of me on the game. But a couple of points. One is, it's well over 500 days now they've been in custody. No bail or anything. So much for the right to a speedy trial. Another big I have is, it has them in court at the same time as Chris Barber and Tamara Litch and Pat King, I believe, is still scheduled to start on the 25th. Is he not? Well, anyways, it's very soon. And it seems to me that the trial of Tamara and Chris is being purposely dragged out. I mean, it was supposed to be over by now, and we've been listening to testimony from that whiny little Zexy Lee. There were eggs thrown and phantom horn honking and a whole bunch of witnesses that have nothing to do, and the subject matter they're being questioned on having nothing to do with Chris and Tamara's guilt or the lack thereof. However, again, it puts all these players in court, in the docket at the same time. Now, the only thing we can trust of the Trudeau regime is their treacherous duplicity. What do they got up their sleeve for these potential sacrificial lambs? I'm not liking it at all. Not at all. Some history with the Coutts 4, and this is my opinion and my vague memory. I remember at the time when they were arrested, they displayed the table of items that the police had found. And it was suggested at the time that that was a picture from a totally different arrest or situation from something previous, I forget. But, the display on the table was identical. Now, whether there's any validity in that or not, or I'm misremembering it, I don't know. I do remember clearly at the time looking at the items on those tables, and on that table rather, and going, well, that's an assorted mishmash of stuff, that's hardly of any serious caliber in the sense of, smuggling for profit or, the suggested terrorist activity that, suggested by the government at the time. I don't know. But, point being, to beleaguer the point, having all these people in court at the same time, I don't trust the regime doesn't have something up its sleeve. Is it going to pull out a new law? I mean, we know Trudeau with the supply and confidence agreement can do that. So, on the last day of the trial, is the regime in Parliament going to announce, oh, by the way, there's a new law now, and so we can just hang all these people, literally. Let me know what you think.